Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. On 1st down, Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. David Irving in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. It's Darnold. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing here on third down. Darnold. He's going to go up top, trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch quit. Watch quit. We got 47. It's coming now. 26.
On second down, Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
Hey, 47.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
Gets through, and now an opening. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. The toss out to Barkley. Dancing away at the 35. Still fighting. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Parkey adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Swing to the pit, right. To the right. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide. Here we go. 46. 46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this 1st quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Goes to Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This from 25 yards out. And Parkey's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the scout troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? You made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's coming now. You got three. Three down. 46.
2nd down. Prescott going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Fielded at the 20. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Darnold fights him off. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So 2nd down. Still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. 10th carry now for Elliott. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And now running right through it. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit!
Darnold from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll give to Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know you feel that.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out, get out.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. He spins free. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Here we go, 46. Tighten up.
To throw is Prescott. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott now. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 35 yards away. And Parkey's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go to Elliott again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude.
Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this run.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Solid way to start the drive. 13. Yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Silver, Silver, Silver.
A first throw for the backup Foles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Go!
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Easy. 1.
Foles. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now Foles. Looking deep for Elliott. He's got him in. Complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 65 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's a first down run with Collins. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Foles. Escaping the pressure right. Able to get away. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket. But in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Go.
They'll set up to throw. The pressure gets to him again. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 67 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. It's a foot race. The 40, the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Foles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll run it again with Barkley. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just go.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Barkley, toss play left. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He'll get it up the middle. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep them out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? He's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Darian Thompson.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A first down carry for Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. 3-19.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now a toss right to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Pick.
They'll look to throw here. He finds Hearns left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. retrieve. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now Saquon Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Again, it's Barkley. Spins away. And now running right through it. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, it's a 7-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3.